Hey folks, Harley Day right here, back at you once again, your good old friend HDR. You know, I thought, how can I make my Thanksgiving video, which most of you know, if you've been watching the videos for a few years, it's kind of my yearly tradition to ride the motorcycle here. As you can see, I'm not, but to ride on Thanksgiving Day. And today is Thanksgiving Day. It's the November the 22nd. Yep, November the 22nd, and I'm obviously not riding today because I just looked, and the temperature, you're not going to be able to see this, but it's 23 degrees. They're claiming today is the coldest Thanksgiving Day in history that they can remember. So I thought, well, with the wind chill factor and with the proper gear and the proper gloves, I could probably do this and pull this off for you this year, but I can't. Because 23 degrees of wind chill factor, you figure if I'm riding at even 40 miles an hour, it's going to cut that way down to like 0 or below, right? So you can look at those wind chill factor charts to see how that works, but it's just really not a day that I'm going to ride the motorcycle. So, but I thought, you know, I'd touch base with everybody. You know, it's hard being a moto vlogger in the wintertime in the north. Because most of us, you've seen most of the vloggers now have put their bikes away, have covered them up, you know, packaged them up for the cold spell. So for 5 months, we're going to be sitting kind of dormant. And I wanted to bring something out to you that, I don't know if it's going to be, it's not going to be weekly. I'm definitely not a Sean Smoke. I can't do a daily vlog. And if you've seen some of my comments with his stuff, I don't know how he does it. The guy is so busy. And he's uploading a video like every day of their lives, which is cool. I'd love to do it. But, you know, we're very busy people, so I don't know how that would be possible. So I wanted to bring you out something here, so I figured I'd come out in the garage a little bit and have just a short talk with you. First of all, happy Thanksgiving to everybody that watches these videos. I hope you have an enjoyable time with your family. We're planning on going to my son's today. This is the 3rd year of his yearly traditional Thanksgiving dinner at his house with his family. And, you know, we bring all the other family members in. And it's also my grandbaby's birthday party today. The little guy's actually 2, and that was actually last Saturday. But they decided to wait until Thanksgiving Day so they can have his birthday party since everybody's going to be there, which is pretty cool. I mean, the little guy, I can't wait till he can start riding on the bike with me. I think it's going to be a blast to get him out there on a motorcycle. So what have we been doing, myself and Mrs. HDR? Well, I'm going to share with you here a couple photos. And she's going to kill me if I put a photo of her up, but I think I will. And I think you'll get a little laugh out of that picture. But hopefully we still got enough light in here with the overhead light just shutting off. Hopefully you can still see me okay with the light coming through the windows. So this is what we've been working on. We've been remodeling our living room ceiling, and our house has plaster ceilings. So it's an older type of a plaster that they put up there. And so here's a couple of pictures. So the first picture here, you can see obviously Mrs. HDR up on the ladder. Love the woman, she works very hard. And this is a picture of her actually knocking down a lot of the plaster. Here's a picture of the floor. We're going to throw a picture of the floor in here. As I'm talking, I'm trying to think, I can keep these in order now. So a picture of the floor with all the stuff falling off from the ceiling. Here's a picture of the ceiling, half of it being done. We did it on a Saturday. And then on the following Sunday, the very next day, we went back in, we put our clothes back on, and we tore the rest of the ceiling out. So being DIY, do-it-yourself type of people, or DYP, do-it-yourself people, we decided that we were going to do this ceiling ourselves. Great idea. Until you realize that you hit the golden age of 50. And any of you under 50 out there, you could probably throw this ceiling up in a half hour, an hour. You're like, yeah, I could do this drywall thing. So we went out, we got all done, we got cleaned up, we went to Home Depot, we shopped around for a little bit of drywall, see how much money that was going to cost us. I sold my truck, so we were going to rent a van to bring the drywall home. Long story short, it was going to cost us, you know, a chunk of change just to get the drywall home, to rent the drywall jack and all that stuff. So on Monday I noticed that my knee was really hurting a lot. Now I've had my knees scoped before, and it was hurting a lot. There was a lot of aggravation or a lot of irritation to my knee. So I called the ortho doctor, and we all know that the ortho doctor is going to cost you some money. So I had to pay my office visit, you know, for the ortho doctor. It was not a big deal. I mean, I had to go see him. And he brings out he talks to me a little bit. He goes, well, HDR, you know, you've had this scope before, and what was you doing? Oh, doc, I was running up and down a ladder. I was, you know, moving plaster. And he goes, oh, wait, yeah. He looked at the x-ray and said, yeah, you kind of irritated the knee there. Not a good idea. Because, folks, when you're doing this work, your mind thinks like you're 20. You remember doing it in your 20s, you're working hard, you're doing all this. And then when you wake up in the morning, your body all of a sudden reminds you that you are over 50. You shouldn't be doing this work. So anyway, that you've seen the pictures there. So what I decided to do was, after he put out this big needle, I don't know if you've ever had a cortisone shot, but the needle to me looks like it's a 1/4-inch PVC piping, and they're going to shove this thing in my knee. He goes, you don't mind if I give you a shot there, HDR? And I said, no, you know, I'm a tough man. I can take a shot, no big deal. And so, you know, I said, I'm just not going to watch you. And I turn my head, and he jams this needle in my knee, under my kneecap, and he shoots this cortisone in there, which if you've ever had it, to me it's almost like a grease. They're like greasing your knee, so or your joint, or wherever you're getting this shot at. And he said, it's going to be very sore tomorrow, which was the very next day, which I woke up and it was, and I actually didn't go to work that day. I took that day off, so now it cost me another day of work because of me and Mrs. HDR thinking that we were 20. So what happened after that was I went on a site called Thumbtack. And if you ever used it, a lot of people have never heard about it. Thumbtack allows you to post a job on there that you have in your house. And these different contractors or a handyman in your neighborhood will respond back and say, I'll do that job for X amount of dollars. I posted it. Again, it came about, the guy showed up at my house that day when I posted it. That was like on a, I don't know, maybe it was on that Friday or Monday maybe it was. I don't remember. So the next weekend, instead of us hanging drywall, yep, you're right, the contractors came out, they hung the drywall, and they said, look, we'll finish it for this much more money. And I was like, well, that's a little bit more. Yeah, I'm not going to finish it, right? So you go ahead and finish the drywall. They put the drywall in. Folks, 3 guys, 8 hours, the project was done. So thank God for contractors. If you are a contractor, bless you. I know it's a very hard job you do. And the guy asked me, he says, well, because the dad was there of the contractor, and the dad was about probably about my age, maybe 45, 50, whatever. And he said, well, HDR, he said, what do you do for a living? I said, well, you know, I sit in a chair a lot because I'm a computer guy, and I kind of sit around, you know, and I work on computers. And I do move because I work in server racks and stuff, but nothing like a contractor. So if you are a contractor, if you do your own work in your house, bless you. I think it's a wonderful thing you can do. So here's a picture of it now done. I'll throw a couple of pictures up here for you of the ceiling project finished. And yeah, we didn't DIY, you know, we didn't do it ourselves. But it is done. We are getting ready now to clean the carpeting, which we made a couple of little mistakes, messes on. Like, anyway, stuff dropping on it, and Mrs. HDR was not real happy with me. But we will get the carpet cleaned up, and we are getting moved back into the living room. So, but I just wanted to bring you an update of what has Mr. and Mrs. HDR doing. And she looked at me the one day and said, you know what? Why? And people would ask her, why would you pick now to do this? It's winter time. You can't open the windows. When we were taking the plaster out of the house, when we were taking the plaster out of the house to a dumpster, we also rented a dumpster, which was another sum of money I had to pay for this project. It was below 20 degrees. And people would say, why are you doing this now? Why are you doing this in the spring? And she looked at me and she said, HDR, why didn't we do this in the spring? I said, honey, that's motorcycle riding season. And when I can get on the motorcycle and I can ride on the weekend, I ride. You all know that. I'm not going to be doing home construction projects in the summertime when you should be, because I'm riding my motorcycle. I bought it to ride it. I didn't buy it to hide it. Okay, that's the proper terminology. If you get anything out of this video today, get that out of this video. You know, guys buy these things a lot of times. They park them in the garage like, yes, I have a motorcycle. Yay! And they never ride the thing. because their wives, God, I'm doing all this crazy crap around the house. Quit doing that. Tell them, nope, got to ride in the riding season. And when you do finally cover it, when you have to, when you have no other choice, then you can go work on your house. Okay? Not the best time, but it is what it is. So thanks for listening to this story with me. I hope it came out okay. If you're seeing this video, obviously it did work out all right. And, you know, enjoy your Thanksgiving Day, folks. I hope you have a great one. And hopefully, if I don't talk to you before Christmas, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, or whatever you celebrate over this time of the year. I hope you have a very enjoyable holiday season. And I hope to be back with you maybe before Christmas. But if I'm not, now we're covered, right? So we're thinking of a couple of things to do. A couple of the Northern Motive Loggers are thinking of some things we can do maybe to join you folks and maybe have some powwows together over the winter months here. And we'll see how that works out. But thank you so much for watching. And if you're down south, remember, be safe out there. Ride your own ride. And I will talk to you next time. Harley Day Riders will be down and out in the lovely 24 degrees of southwestern Pennsylvania. Bye-bye for now, everybody.